Sports NBA postseason.
Great seeing you guys, and that is right. The fever has arrived in the city. The Nets trying to start their postseason in style today as they travel to Toronto for game one of their first-round series against the Raptors. Let's pick it up in the fourth. Nets down one, but they go on a run. Darren Williams finding Paul Pierce, who gets it to Joe Johnson, and he drives in for the tough floater. Nets up one. Next possession, this time Pierce finding Kevin Garnett, nailing the turnaround jumper. KG's first field goal of the day. Nets up by 3. Then the veteran Paul Pierce takes over, getting the feed from Darren Williams, connecting from downtown. Less than a minute to play. It's Pierce again. Check out this move. Spinning, finding the bottom of the net, giving Brooklyn a 6-point lead. The Nets hit their foul shots down the stretch. Pierce had 15 points, 9 in the fourth quarter. Johnson and D. Will each had 24 to lead the team. The Nets win 94-87. They now lead the series 1-0, and they steal home court advantage away from Toronto.
You know, I was probably the third option on there. They took away the first, second option, and, you know, I was just able to fill in as a third option on the plays and make plays.
It's about trying to find a way to win on the road, and we did that this afternoon, but it doesn't stop there. You know, we got to now go look back and see what we can get better at and be ready for game two, because we know that Toronto's going to be, you know, very aggressive to try to get, you know, a split out of this.
Good win for the Nets. Game 2 is Tuesday night in Toronto, and coming up next, we'll have some hockey playoff action. It was a crazy night on the diamond. Wild pitches, walk-off home runs, and something you may never see again. That's coming up when News 4 New York at 6 returns.
Switch to Verizon Fios for America's fastest, most consistent, most reliable internet.
The playoff excitement was in effect on the West Coast this afternoon. 2 California teams battling it out as the Clippers hosted the Warriors in Los Angeles. Clippers trailed by as many as 11 in the fourth, but they came back storming 3.5 minutes to play. Blake Griffin finds Chris Paul, who buries the triple, and the lead is down to 3. Then it's Paul again from behind the arc, tying the game at 102. 20 seconds to go. Clippers down by 2. Paul trying to drive, but this time he loses the ball out of bounds. They reviewed it. LA did not get it, and they would not score again. Golden State holds on to win 109-105 the final. They lead the series 1-0. The hunt for the Stanley Cup is on. Today, the Blues hosted the Blackhawks in Game 2 of their opening round battle, and this was a good one. Less than 10 seconds remaining in regulation. Blues down by 1 on the power play. Vladimir Tarasenko with the desperation shot, getting it by Corey Crawford. So let's go to overtime. In the extra minutes, Barrett Jackman ending the game, barely getting this shot through Crawford's legs. He just sneaks it in for the goal. St. Louis winning 4-3. They now lead the series 2-0. The Rangers have a 1-game lead over the Flyers in their first round series. Game 2 scheduled for tomorrow at the Garden. The Blue Shirts trying to take control of the series, and you can catch all the action right here on NBC4 New York. Coverage beginning tomorrow at noon. How about some baseball? The Yankees trying to bounce back after last night's loss against the Rays. The 2 teams in Tampa tonight with Ivan Nova making the start for New York. Also, the Mets will host the Braves at Citi Field. And last night was full of action throughout the world of baseball. Marlins hosting the Mariners in Miami, all tied at 4 in the bottom of the 9th. Bases loaded for Miami star Giancarlo Stanton, and he does what every kid dreams of, going deep to left over the scoreboard. It's a walk-off grand slam. The Marlins beating former Yankee Robinson Cano and the Mariners 8-4 in dramatic fashion. And finally tonight, you rarely see this. Milwaukee Brewers catcher Martin Maldonado living up to the phrase, knocking the cover off the ball. In the 6th inning against the Pirates in Pittsburgh, Martin rips a grounder to the 3rd, and the ball completely unravels. Literally, Pedro Alvarez couldn't make the play, and Martin will always be remembered as the player who literally knocks the cover off the ball, and it was counted as a hit, and that was definitely the play of the night.
Yeah, we all wish we could do it. Right, okay, thank you. We'll be right back. Oh, man, you can't make that up, buddy. All right, that's going to do it for us. We'll see you at 11. We're going to leave you with some other images for this Easter weekend. Here at Rock Center, many people crowding in to see those huge eggs, part of the Fabergé Big Egg Hunt here in New York City. Have a good evening.